again.
Mordekaiser is a weird character, right? Like, people all over are saying he's overpowered or weak or something. And I think he's neither. I think he's perfectly, like, above average. And he's just easy. His skill ceiling is just so low that you're playing at the highest level pretty much after like 10 games. And that's if you're a slow learner like I am. Sorry, Mord mains. But I have 74,000 mastery at the time of writing this. I just played a ton more Mord. I think he's nearing 80,000 now. So I know he's fucking easy. He's on the same level as Lux, to be honest. By that I mean their playstyle is so simple that it's just E then Q with Mord. Or if you're really needing it, you can REQ if you really need to fuck some guy's day up. But let me back up a bit. What is his kit like? Well, his passive Darkness Rises is after 3 bonks or hit 3 abilities, you do Circle of Doom. It's really strong early game, but tends to fall off late game because that's like the whole deal of Iron Cock here. His Q Obliterate is if you decided to aim an entire Empire State Building and just drop it at someone, but technically it's a skill shot in the same way Lux's ult is a skill shot. The joke here is that these abilities take very little skill to hit. His W is like why he's so strong. I'm dead serious. So his W, Indestructible, is your second bar, but instead of rage or mana or energy or jizz, oh wait, never mind, where it saves up a portion of the damage that is dealt to like anything, but it seems that his passive gets it way faster. I don't have any proof for this, it just seems like it from playing him and getting it maxed out from my passive like instantly. But anyway, when he casts this ability, it gives him a shield that slowly degenerates until it disappears altogether, or you could recast it and a portion of that shield would be turned into health. Do you understand how broken this can be? Let me reiterate, his health is basically infinite depending on how much damage you do, or you can have even a bigger shield for when you get fucking ganked. He's a top laner with infinite sustain if he uses his brain. So good thing Mords don't use their fucking noggins. Granted, a lot of top laners have a ton of sustain and are brain dead, cough cough, but it is a bit ridiculous. His R, Realm of the Dead, is insanely valuable in that he points and clicks at anyone he wants and brings them to their own personal hell. A prolonged period stuck with a top player. It's terrifying. In the state, Mord is buffed in like every way, and the only way to outlive him is to juke him. And if he kills you, then he steals your soul along with your stats. Or like some of your stats, not like all of them, but you know. Unless you play Teemo, because there's no soulless deal. Now, let me fucking say, out-juking Mord isn't hard most of the time, because most Mord players have turned their brain off and are just playing on autopilot. But if you piss off a Mord and get this fucking line, you are fucking dead. Like, there's no point. Sign your fucking death warrant. You're gone. You're in a new world of doom. A Mord player with a vendetta against you is death. It's fucking over, man. It's just fucking over. The only way to stop something like this is to shut him out early, or by outplaying him when his brain is off. When it's on, it's like you're just fucking dead. And you can't break his ankles if he fucking has his brain on. But half the time, he's gonna be adapting to everything you do. So, it's not gonna work forever. And either way, you're going to be in his realm every team fight and then empowering him after the fight so he could kick the ass of your entire team. Or you could just be a hard carry. But either way, you better get used to living in his fucking death realm, because you're not leaving there to help in a team fight. Oh yeah, I didn't do this with my Kha'Zix video because it's kind of hard for Kha'Zix because he's just a monster. But Mordekaiser has some of the coldest lines and some of my favorite lore in League of Legends, which is pretty hard because League of Legends. But Mordekaiser is literally just a bad guy with the Lich King type vibe, which makes a lot of sense because he's a Lich King, but, you know, it's still cool. He's like the coolest bad guy in League of Legends. He's just built different. Mordekaiser almost always demands your respect. He is the duelist. He is the strongest, and he is the threat. Unless he's shut out. It's not bad with all the catch-up implementation that they have now in these seasons, but it is still horrible for Mord because he gets his power from getting huge early game in the laning phase, and he's supposed to crush his opponent so he can shut some poor soul out of the fucking game, and then force engages with their carry. With a complete advantage, you know, your ult and being fed, they're basically fucked unless they juke you out. So you usually have about one ult to get yourself back into the game. If not, you can still be useful, but you're not going to be ulting that fucking 11 and 1 Yasuo. But you can help by ulting that poor fucking support just trying to live their poor life. And show them why Mord has some of the coldest fucking voice lines in this fucking game. This tin can has a very interesting game plan. So let me try to outline it here so I try not to, you know, reiterate myself. His game plan is to win lane by completely crushing his opponent and getting fed off of free minion waves and kills. Then going to team fights to challenge the strongest character to a duel. And winning that team fight because the strongest player just got their shit pushed in. Unless your team just can't coordinate at all with 2 fucking brain cells most monkeys have. Or you can decide, fuck your team, and just split push all day until their fucking lanes are crushed to dust. And when they decide to kill squad your ass, you just fucking ult one of them and... What? What? Okay, let me state here that Mordekaiser's ult is the most touchy ult I've seen since, like, Ornn's. And, like, Ornn's is just a little weird sometimes. It could be a little finicky, but, like, what the fuck is this, okay? Like, I understand why it is, right? It's based off of vision and latency, but why? If I choose to pop my ult at an exact time, that means I found someone to be my optimal prey item, and I would like to have my prey. And it makes me very sad when it's cancelled by, what in the fuck is that doing here? This item completely counters his ult. For 1,300 gold, you can completely fuck him over. And I was gonna ask if something happens to Jarvis like this, but his can be countered by one character's E. But speaking of jungles, I have played Mord in every lane except bottom. Yes, even jungle Mord. The superior way to play him. But you can even play him bottom with the right support, but I don't have friends. But the reason he's not OP is that he's still a mage build. So he can be pretty tanky with like the extra health from those types of items, but he still like dies to like 3 people jumping on him, you know? And he's just done. There's not much he can do. So he has to plan his ult or risk dying before getting the kill because the person just, you know, majorly juked him. Also, on the same note, you can do everything right, but if your team screws it up, Mord is not a hard carry. No fucking way. Like, you can do a lot with him, but like, he just can't fucking dodge. So he just dies. So what I'm saying here is just accept your team's FF. Like, yeah, you're doing good, but the 4 other teammates that are feeding, it's just not gonna work out for you. You can't hard carry like Yasuo or Irelia or Kayn or any of these characters. So just FF with them. So, to wrap this up, Mordekaiser is a big chungus duelist and is the true embodiment of his lore as the final boss. Well, until he pops out of his ult and fucking dies. So this is the end. Feel free to escape now, but just want to say thanks to my friends Only Fresh in Physics Nebula, along with this guy who was a Chad and subscribed to me after a game. Y'all are the best, and it means a lot. Okay, I'm done. Have a great day. Or 3 ability hits to do a circle of like magic damage around him. And it, with a side note here, this is not in the script, but like I really like how in most of his skins it changes like how it looks. So it's like red, fiery red in the fucking infernal skin, but like in I don't know, in the skins they always change it around and it looks really nice. But this was off topic. You know what? I'm gonna put this at the end of the video. Just like at the very end, like after I give the shout out to all my friends, it's just gonna be like me going on a ramble about fucking how cool the skins look. Like, hello, goodbye! And then people are gonna be like, wait a minute, why the fuck is this still going on? And then it's just gonna be me fucking rambling on like a fucking autistic child.